Are you a beginner investor and you want to get into rental properties? As a property manager here in El Paso, Texas, I manage a lot of rentals. And the majority of the people whose houses that I managed lived in their homes. They had to move, and now they're an investor that owns a cash flowing rental home. So how do you get into it as a beginner? Now I'm talking with a perspective from El Paso, Texas, because I practice here. This may not apply in other markets like New York, LA, where real estate is much more expensive. Fortunately, El Paso, in comparison to other locations, is affordable. This is a very military friendly town, and a lot of military. I've managed a lot of military properties. They take advantage of coming here and then cycling out every few years. So if you're in the military, you really do have a leg up. The biggest barrier to entry that I see when trying to get into owning a rental property is the large down payment required. If you tell a lender that you're going to buy a rental property, they will require you to come in with 20%. If you're going to buy it to live in it, it's only 5% down conventional. If you got excellent credit, a minimum of 3% down, or with FHA, 3.5% down of the purchase price of the home. So if you're going to buy it to live in it as a primary homeowner, your down payment required is a lot lower. Now, if you're gonna buy it to rent it out, it's a lot easier to buy it as a primary homeowner because it's a lot easier to get into the door that way. So buy it, live in it for a few years. If you're young, you're single, you could rent out a couple of bedrooms. I had a friend that bought a house, rented out three of his bedrooms to his roommates. He slept in the master bedroom. He knocked off a ton of his mortgage, during the first few years that he owned it, because he was renting it out to other soldiers that were, they don't want to live in an apartment. They had a house to live in. So buy it as a primary homeowner, live in it for a few years, especially if you're young, you're single, rent out some of the rooms, pay down as much as you can, then upgrade to a different house and rent out the one you used to live in. Your mortgage payment will stay the same. Yes, your property taxes might go up every year. Actually, they will go up every year, but your principal and interest will stay the same. So as the years go by, the rent will continually increase, but your mortgage will stay the same, and the taxes going up won't be enough to make up the difference between the mortgage and the rent. So buy it, live in it a few years, rent it out, and a few years down the line, and you'll be able to cash flow. That would be the easiest way. Yes, there are ways you could look for distressed properties, but if they're selling it for cheap, you probably need some type of money to fix it up. And a bank, a traditional mortgage lender, may not lend you the money if the house is in too bad of a condition. So if you're a beginner, it's probably best, especially if you're a soldier and you have access to the VA loan with a no down payment loan, buy the house, live in it a couple of years, then you upgrade, rent out the house, and now you have an investment home. That is the easiest way, especially if you're here in El Paso, Texas, and you're in the military. All right.